We've got shovel-ready projects all across the country. To start helping states and local governments with shovel-ready projects, we are seeing shovels hit the ground. Shovels are breaking ground and cranes dot the sky. There are almost 100 shovel-ready transportation projects. Shovels will soon be moving earth, and trucks will soon be pouring concrete.
Well, here's what he told the New York Times Magazine, quote, "He let himself look too much like the same old tax and spend liberal Democrat." That was a quote from the president talking to the New York Times Magazine. He realized too late that, quote, "There's no such thing as shovel-ready projects when it comes to public works." What about this, Charles?
Well, that is quite an admission. You know, a year and $500 billion later, he says, well, these things that I talked about endlessly don't exist. It's not actually surprising that he doesn't know what a shovel-ready project didn't exist, because having never worked in the private sector, he wouldn't be sure what a project is, and there isn't a lot of shoveling at Harvard Law School. So I can understand that this is one of the greatest oops in American history. And it's going to be hard for a Democrat when you show, you know, one tape against another, and you're going to say, and you supported $1 trillion offered by a president who didn't even know that this stuff is not going to happen, and that's probably why. Since everybody expected it would have an immediate effect on employment, and it didn't, this is probably one of the reasons why. Things weren't shovel-ready. The other admission, I think, is even worse, the one in which he says he ended up looking like a tax and spend Democrat. Obama and his staff really think this is all about appearances and communication, that he isn't really a tax and spend Democrat, but he didn't communicate it, or as the vice president said today, it's too hard to explain it, meaning that the American electorate is too thick to understand it. He is a tax and spend Democrat. He spent $1 trillion, and we're going to have to borrow or tax it on the stimulus. He's going to spend $2 to $3 trillion on health care. You're going to have to borrow or tax it. Cap and trade is spending that you're going to have to. That's what he is. That's why the electorate is against him. It's not appearances, it's substance.